Wow, an incredibly inspiring story that we just had with Dara. We're going to put that out on Twitter and on our videos as well in a little bit. I'll tweet it out when we do. All right, Frank, let's talk a little bit about how things are about to change. And, you know, in particular as well, Dara comes to us from Huntsville this morning.
Yeah, and Huntsville could be into a little bit of winter as we get a little bit later in the day. Temperatures in Huntsville through the overnight are going to drop quite significantly, and with this active weather on the way, we could see some snow in many areas up through North Bay into Parry Sound are actually underneath a winter storm warning. There's a look at your sky this morning. This is the eastern sky. Sunrise is at about 6:56. As we move our way over towards the west, we're going to continue to see that cloud cover build its way through. Right now, the wind's only at about 11 kilometers per hour, but what you're also going to notice this evening is quite strong winds. Wind gusts this evening could go up to 80 kilometers per hour. We're dry right now. Going to see a risk of some showers in through the afternoon. Some of the heaviest rain after 8 o'clock tonight for the city of Toronto. Rainfall accumulations could be upwards of 25 millimeters, and anywhere north of Muskoka for tonight, some significant snowfall. And even just over towards the west, Wyerton, you can see some significant snowfall as well. Current conditions right now, we're at 2. We're going to see a high today of 4. We'll stay at 4 through the overnight. We'll wake up to 4 tomorrow morning, and then temperatures will begin to fall. Tomorrow afternoon, falling down to -1 with the winds continuing strong down to -7. And then on Thursday, you're dry through the day. Thursday night, we'll see some periods of snowfall Thursday night into Friday morning. Saturday, Sunday, remaining still below seasonal. We should be closer to 9 degrees. And then on Monday, we'll see 2 with still some flurries in the forecast. It's April. It's April, everybody. Over to you, Karen.
All right. Well, it's turning out to be a pretty busy drive. We have ongoing problems eastbound on the 401 just before the 400 in the collectors. Looks like 2 right lanes are still blocked off with this collision. Vehicle still on its side. So you're going to find that heavy backup now on the eastbound 401 already starting to slow down as you approach the 427. Those problems are just before the 400. And then it's double trouble right now on the southbound 404 Don Valley Parkway. A collision just happened coming up to the 407. Looks like the HOV lane is blocked there, so that's going to add to delays coming out of Richmond Hill this morning on the south 404. And then on the southbound DVP, just south of York Mills, that bus lane is blocked, and that is due to a stalled vehicle. So that's really slowing things down as well, getting onto the southbound DVP. As well, in town, Kingston Road, that's closed off in both directions between Dundas and Woodbine. Another rollover there involving a downed hydro pole. That's a look at your drive. I'll send it back to you, Mel.
All right, let's bring you right to those problems on Kingston Road. A portion right now closed off after this early morning rollover. We're going to take you to a live look at the scene right now. And as you can see here, tow just arriving. And I believe just behind the tow is where the rolled over truck is. Hard to tell from this angle here. We can tell you, though, we did have the power lines come down as this vehicle struck a pole. We're hearing that power is now back restored in the area. Bad news, this closure still in effect. This is again Kingston Road closed off between Woodbine and Dundas. Officers say the driver of that vehicle may have tried to flee from EMS staff that was trying to treat him. Paramedics were assisted by police in following him. He is now in hospital and in custody, possibly for being impaired. So far, no word on charges. Toronto police on the hunt for suspects after a double shooting at a Yonge Street karaoke bar. They were called to the scene about 1:30. Reports of 5 gunshots, a man walking in with a gunshot wound taken to a trauma center, while a female with gunshot wounds rushed to hospital. Yonge was closed off from Elm to Gerrard for several hours for this investigation. It has since reopened. A 45-year-old woman in hospital with 2 broken legs and a broken pelvis after a hit-and-run crash in Brampton. Police say this happened just before 10 o'clock at Bramley and Steeles last night. The driver did not remain at the scene, but some pieces of the vehicle were left behind by the impact. Police now looking for a black 4-door Honda or Mazda with damage to the front. They're also hoping to speak to 2 other drivers who were at the intersection at the time. You are asked to call Peel Police if you have any information. York Regional Police investigating after a badly decomposed body recovered from the Rouge River in Markham late last night. It was found sometime after 10 near Warden and Enterprise, just north of the 407. The body has been transported to the morgue for an autopsy, but so far police have not said if it is a male or a female. Well, tensions continue to mount between Toronto's gay community and the police force after a bombshell announcement by Pride Toronto. A statement released on their Twitter account last night reads, "We request that the police withdraw their application to march in the 2018 Pride Parade. We believe that our resources are better invested in shared efforts that focus on deeper dialogue, collaborative action, and sustained institutional change." It was co-signed by several organizations representing the LGBTQ community. Pride Toronto cites the investigation that resulted in Bruce MacArthur being charged as one of the main reasons for their request. Police have not yet commented on the statement. We're going to be hearing in the next hour from Pride Toronto. To politics now. Giorgio Mammoliti says he will be running municipally 2 weeks after saying he was going to run for the PCs in Brampton Centre in the provincial election. He says he's had a change of heart, a change of mind. Mammoliti explained in his Twitter statement, "I have taken my constituents' thoughts to heart, and due to the large volume of these kinds of messages, I've made the difficult decision to continue to represent the City of Toronto and pursue my run for councillor for Ward 7 York West in the upcoming municipal election." Mammoliti has represented Ward 7 since 2006. Well, Christine Elliott throwing her hat back into the political arena, announcing she is running for MPP, tweeting this, "I'm in to seek the nomination to be the PC candidate for Newmarket Aurora. To the people of Newmarket Aurora, you can count on me to fight for you at Queen's Park. I hope I can earn your trust." Elliott, formerly MPP in Whitby, Oshawa, and was recently defeated for the PC leadership by Doug Ford.